Okay, so today was going to try something new with a new video, a new type of video that I haven't tried before for a little research project that I had done just about trying to estimate the print runs of Totally Certified, as well as looking through the checklists of the autographs and the mems to try to get a sense of, what would be the odds that I would get if I bought a box, which I bought a couple of these. What would be the odds that I would get something that I'd be really excited about. And so I sort of tiered into different levels of things I'd be ecstatic to get, things I'd be very happy to get, things I'd be satisfied to get. And, a lot of people, you've probably seen many videos already on YouTube of people opening these boxes and getting great cards. And so I did this a little bit before, all of those had come out. So it was like pretty clear that it was pretty consistent that a lot of people were getting nice stuff out of these boxes. But I just wanted to get a sense of, what would be the odds of getting, an autograph that I'd be excited about, a mem that I'd be excited about. So, so what I did was I basically took the checklist of all of the autographs and mems that are available in the premium boxes, specific to the premium boxes. And I listed out basically every single card that is available. So for all of the parallels, like the red mirrors, they're often numbered to 75. I put in 75 for that for all the players in the different checklists, down to the one of one black mirrors. And because there's one autograph per box, and I believe that almost all of these, maybe the freshman fabric signatures might have some overlap where you can get some of these parallels in the other boxes, but I'm pretty sure basically all of these are exclusive to the premium boxes. And so if you get one autograph per box and you count up how many autograph cards are possible to get in the premium box, that's the number of boxes that exist. So we'll get to it. I'll spoiler alert. There's about 16,000 total autographs that they made that go into the premium boxes. And if you're getting one per box, that means that they made about 16,000 of these premium boxes. So in any case, I added all of these up. You can see on the left side here is the autograph checklist, and then we can get into the mems, but added all of these up for all of the different parallels. It ended up being a little over 16,000 for these autos. I made my own personal sort of tier system of if I would be ecstatic to get that auto, very happy, satisfied, or slightly disappointed. So if it was a 101, it was at least very happy. It was a 101 black mirror parallel. Some of these were ecstatic if they were. So the certified competitor autograph checklist is probably the weakest of the checklists. Of certainly of the vet checklists, but there certainly are some good players I'd be excited to get. That you can see in green are the ones that I would be ecstatic to get. I'm a Knicks fan, so you can see maybe the Knicks players are weighted slightly higher, like Jeremy Lin. I would be ecstatic to get the. I saw actually on eBay, this is already listed, the Jeremy Lin one of one. I'm pretty sure that's been pulled. And then so for the freshman fabric signatures, all the rookie mems are just decorative. They're not game worn. But getting to a gold or a black, rookie of one of the top rookies definitely would be something cool to pull. So again, any 101 rookie, I would be at least very happy to get, if not ecstatic. And then some of the top rookies definitely be ecstatic to also get, a gold level autograph, numbered to 10 with, a nice patch. They do make the patches pretty nice in general for the non associated patches for the rookies. The gold team signature list is definitely the best checklist. So you could see a lot of green here. Jokic signs, Durant signs, Curry signs, Harden signs, Doncic, Shea. So there are a lot of, and then there are a lot of, legends that sign as well. Iverson, Hakeem, Penny, Kareem, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, Carmelo. So a lot of good, a lot of good opportunities to hit cool cards at least. For me at least, I would see them as cool cards that I would be excited to get. And then there's a separate rookie auto checklist beyond the one with the mem, the freshman fabric signatures. This is one just called Rookie Roll Call, and it's a subset of the rookies, and you can see here what that checklist looks like. So if I sum all of that up, the greens here were the ones I'd be ecstatic to get. There's about like a 4% chance of getting an ecstatic signature, and that's one in every roughly 26 boxes. There was the very happy, the yellows here, there were a lot of those, for me at least, that I would be very happy to get. Those are like about 22%. So like that's like one in every 4.6 boxes. So if you add up ecstatic and very happy, that's one in about four boxes, about a little bit more than 25% chance of getting one of the very happy signatures. Satisfied signatures are the ones in orange for me. That's another 12%. At least being satisfied with the autograph is one in every like 2.5 boxes. Um, and then about 62% of the time, I would end up with something that I didn't put a color on here, which would be like slightly disappointed. And yeah, even the slightly disappointed ones are often, okay. But like you're not getting complete unknown players most of the time in any of the checklists, but except for maybe some of the lesser known rookies. But yeah, so pretty good odds to get a nice autograph. And then normally I actually wouldn't. I think a lot of people don't really care about the mems that much, but to me, actually, some of the chase in this, if you think about like what's the best card to come out of the entire print run of premium boxes, like Wembenyama, for instance, these are I think one of his first game used memorabilia cards, and to me, game used memorabilia cards are pretty cool. To me, it's very similar, or even in sometimes depending on the patch, even better than an autograph. So the Wembenyama has been pulled. I saw it listed on eBay um, for $35,000. It didn't. It had a week long auction and it didn't sell at 35,000. So we'll see what happens. But that was like a Nike swoosh patch from a Wembenyama game used jersey. So that was pretty cool. So that was the black one. So to me, actually, the mems can also be hits. Probably not as big hits for like some of the ones that I have here in yellow, like a Wembenyama to 125. That's not going to be as big as some of the other autos that I showed. But personally, I would be excited to get any game used memorabilia of any of the sort of top players that are so the ones in yellow are like mostly the top players and that I would be excited to get basically any game used mem from. And then the gold and the black, the black you would are mostly laundry tags and Nike swooshes, and then the golds are often multicolored patches. And so basically anything in those tiers, I would be at least very happy to get. Even though I'm a Knicks fan, Tyler Kolek, unfortunately, I put as like a satisfied if I got that because it would be a gold rookie. The rookies are not game used, so that's takes away from definitely the excitement of that. But at least what they did for the mems for the rookies is even the base, the any of the higher numbered parallels, they generally gave you a nice multicolored patch. So it is decorative, but it's a nicer decorative patch compared to sometimes they just give like a white napkin of a jersey, which is like what's the point if it's not even game used. So in any case, so this is the certified baller one. So same thing for fabric of the game. They have like a vet and then a rookie checklist. So this is the vet, but yeah, you can see you can get really nice vets in multiple of these checklists. Any of the blacks or golds of like the top, the top players in the league, I'd be super excited to get. I'm going to do a follow-up video where I show you what I got in the boxes that I bought, and unfortunately I didn't hit any of the ones that I would say would be ecstatic, the greens here, but I did get a couple that I was happy with, mainly the some of the stars of the game in the higher numbered parallels, which just a single color but still a game used jersey patch, which I thought was cool. Lastly, fabric of the game for rookies. Actually, there's one more after this. So again, yeah, not game used, but low numbered rookies, still a cool card to have. And for the blacks, you're still getting, at least from a decorative standpoint, the often like a swoosh or a laundry tag. And then totally certified materials is another one that is a mixture of vets and rookies. So you can see that there. And then if you sum all of that up, they're about 32,000. So that makes sense. It was about 16,000 autographs, about 32,000 mems, 2 mems per box. So that works out for our print run estimation of 16,000 of these premium boxes that they printed. The ecstatics were about like 1.4% of all the mems would be the ones that I would be ecstatic to get. 2 per box. The math isn't exactly right here because there's like, you probably get, I was seeing that you typically get 1 vet and 1 rookie mem per box. And I think I was maybe more heavily weighted towards the vets that I'd be, the most excited to get. So this isn't quite right, the math, but somewhere in the range of like, 1 in every 35 boxes or so. For me, I would get a mem that I'd be ecstatic about. Very happy. There were, a good number of mems that I'd be very happy about. about another 12.8%. So if you add that to the ecstatics, that's close to 15%. Two per box gets you close to 30%, roughly one in 3.3 boxes, which is about where it ended up for me in terms of the mems that I got, which I'll run through in a separate video. And then lastly, I just wanted to show a quick other way of doing a print run estimation if you don't have like guaranteed mems or autos. And this was just from taking a look at the numbered parallels that people were pulling. So I just looked at videos of people opening these boxes on YouTube and averaged out the different numbered parallels. So, this is another way that, okay, now you actually have the serial number on the card. You can know how many should be in the total print run. And then if you know the average of how many are coming up in a box, you can estimate what the run would be from how frequently you're getting something that's like numbered to 149 in a given box. So I watched a couple of videos and summed up all of the base cards, because we know that there are 200 base cards in the set, and so there should be 200 times 149, which is the 29,800. That's the total number of mirror red base cards that are that they printed in the total print run. And so divide that by the number that you get per box, and that's how you get a print run estimate. So I did this for the mirror red for all the different colored parallels. And you can see maybe there was a little selection bias of the people posting their videos of being more likely to hit some of the lower numbered parallels, but you could see in general, it was like right around that 15 to 16,000 range typically. So, I would have estimated something like the 15,000 print run range based on the number of these parallels that were being pulled. And then also just for like getting a sense of how many one of ones are in this product, I added up, in addition to the base and all the autographs, the insert one of ones, and the total one of ones are right around 500. And that divide that by the print run, and you're not that likely to get one in a given box. It's about one in every 33 boxes, which I guess actually isn't that hard for a one of one to get it in one in every 33 boxes or so. But that's what I estimated for the total number of one of ones in this product, and then how many boxes you'd have to open to on average get one of the one of ones. So hopefully this was interesting to folks. This was interesting to me putting it together. And it's also, I wanted to try a different style of video where I took you through, a screen share of a little research project that I did. None of this is obviously intended as advice for buying any cards. Buy stuff that you like. Opening product is generally not a good way to get your money back. But if you're, this was me trying to understand like what one could expect to get from a box beyond just what I was seeing people get on YouTube. So take a little bit more of an analytical approach to that. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. Thanks again. See you later. Bye.